Let's take a ride in a 2008 XLR Cadillac.
Went to the Geico commercial. The Phil Mickelson signed and framed 2006 Masters.
I'll shut the stereo off. We don't want to listen to that. Get her out of the garage. Shut the door. Set the air conditioning. And away we go. This is the supercharged version. It's 443 horsepower. Very, very, very fast car. Has the run flat tires, so you do hear a little bit of road noise on the rough road surfaces that we have here in Florida. They have a lot of seashells that they put in the blacktop, so it's a little bit noisy until you get out on the smoother pavement. Car to drive. Very comfortable. I'm 6 foot and I have no problems fitting in the cockpit at all. Butterflies that are opened with a solenoid, and they don't kick in until about 3,000 RPM. I'm going to modify that here in a couple of days so they're open all the time. Helps the bottom end horsepower a little bit. It's very easy to go over the speed limit without knowing it. It does have the heads-up display that shows through the windshield, so it makes it a little easier to keep a tab on your speed. It also has multiple settings. You can shut your traction control off, and you can actually put it into a performance mode, and it helps the shift points in the transmission, and you can actually manually shift it. It doesn't have the paddles on the steering wheel, but it does have a ratchet type shifter that you can go through the gears if you want. Upshifts and downshifts. I'll put it in first gear and we'll get on it a little bit here and I'll show you how it shifts. It will hit the rev limiter if you don't shift fast enough. I like just leaving it in drive. It shifts very well. If you kick it down, it'll shift for you at about 6,400, which is plenty. I'll let it shift on its own. car of this caliber. It's very comfortable and it's soft and plush, and I can't believe they quit making them. I mean, I hope they come out with another two-seater of some type, but it's a complete plastic body. There's no metal on it except for the roof. That's aluminum and magnesium, I believe. I'll get on it one more time here. I gotta be careful. We're right in town, so you hate to do too much. I'll get it up to about 30, and we'll just kick it down into first gear. They say the top speed's about 155. That's pretty respectable for a nice touring car. There are a lot of modifications you can make to it. A company called D3 claims about 575 horsepower without doing a tremendous amount of work. The motor is very acceptable. It likes changes. You can change the pulley, you can reprogram the computer, change the exhaust, change the air intake. A lot of things you can do and get a lot of horsepower pretty readily. I did, the one thing I hated, I had, the brakes were dusting really bad, so I put a ceramic pad on it. They're made by Napa Auto Parts, and they're their own brand. They work, they seem to stop just as well, and absolutely zero brake dust. I literally was, I had to wipe the wheels off every time I drove the car. It was so bad. And now I have zero brake dust on the car. So that's a nice change. And we'll go around this way. Back in the neighborhood. Does have an excellent stereo.
Yeah, their kids were going down that road, and they looked up.
It has the DVD navigation built in. Everything that you need for a nice long trip. Not a lot of storage for luggage, but yeah, we don't care. Well, back in its little home. And that was your ride in the XLR.